Hello, I know, well I don't put any content on for weeks on end and then I just suddenly are inundating you with it. Okay, so here's another set I found. Now I think you can get these in the middle aisle of a certain supermarket. So this is what we're going to make on the front. Not actually like this, I'm going to design my own little thing. Like for instance this, I might make into a heart instead. And then instead of this lovely name, I may put love instead. Don't know yet. It's a work in progress. Okay, so I haven't sort of done wire work before, and I've done this sort of French knitting before. Yeah, I have a lot of skills in a lot of things, but I'm a master of none. Okay, so I'm going to open it up with you. So let's open it up and see what we've got. Oh. Right, I think that's everything. So we've got 2 balls of wool, needle, darning needle, wire, and a French knitter, or a doily, or whatever you want to call it, and some instructions. Extra things we'll need are scissors, which I have here, and I've got a couple of pairs of, I've got some flush cutters, and I've got some round nose pliers. See, check me out with all the equipment. Now make a knit rope of desired length per the instructions as pictured. Cut thread, then pull through all 4 stitches. Thread the wire through the finished knit rope and allow some excess wire at both ends. You can already slide the wire through the knitting dowel at the start and knit it in. Oh, that's good to know. Step 3, now add 1 bead at each end of the wire. Firmly bend the ends of the wire so the beads and the wool yarn can't slip. Straightforward enough. Let's see here. Wire. It's a pretty pink colour. Rubbish. And we got some little pearls here to decorate. So I think I'll use the darker one so you can see. Okay, so we're going to get the little doily here, or doll, whatever you want to call it. This thing anyway. And I'm going to use my needle to weigh it down so I can put it through the middle, so it goes right through to the bottom, like so. Right, I'm following the instructions. It looks like we have to wrap it round that way. You can see that. Turn, then wrap it round that way. Turn again, wrap it round that way. Turn again, then wrap it round that way. And you end up with a funny little shape in the middle, like so. And then you just knit. So you take the bottom one over the new loop, and then you just keep going round and round and round, keeping your tension as you're pull down from here to keep your tension. And then we go round and round and round until you got a long enough piece to make this circle bit here, which it says to make it 23 centimeters from there to there. You can make it as big or as little as you want, I suppose. So that's all there is to that. Now this is fun and all, but I do have a little machine which will make this job a little bit faster. So, showing you how to use the doll that came with the kit. Now I'm going to take this off here and show you my little machine. So I've got a little knitting loom here, they call it a knitting loom, and it comes like this with a weight to put on the end, and this will halve, even quarter the time it's going to take for me to knit one of these. To make this work, there's a hole here and a little groove here, you can see that, and you pull this bit up and then it goes into the groove. I'm going to use my needle again to put this down the middle. Like so. So it goes through the hole, up and over into that groove, and down through the middle, and it comes out at the bottom here. Like so. And then we have to start it. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do it this way round. So I'm just going to hold the bottom of this gently so I don't pull it out, and you catch it like so on that one, and we don't want it to go on this one yet, so we just put it that side and we let it catch there, and then you miss this one, and then you just start to go round. Now starting it off can be a bit tricky. So I'm just going to pull this tension down a tiny bit, not too hard so that the loops can't go through. Don't know if you can see that now, it's starting to work. Bit of a rocky start, but that'll be alright. And there you have it. Now what you do is you tie a loop at the end of here, like so. Then this is weighted, you just put that on there to weigh it down, and then you just knit away to your heart's content, like so. So this will be ready in no time. Just goes round and round and round and round and round. So I'm going to go off and use my little machine here and make the cords, and then I'll come back and we'll attempt to put it all together. Put it all together. There we go, and that's come through there already, look, all nicely knitted. Obviously I'll try and leave a link underneath if I can find one where you can purchase one of these or something similar to it, or obviously you can use your doily. You don't really have to have one of these, you can use a cotton reel and put some pins or nails in it, but this just came with the kit, so we'll go with that. So long way or short way, I will go off and I'll be back shortly to put it all together with you. Okay, have fun. I'll see you later. So as I was making my length, I just realised that I hadn't actually shown you how we finish these off. So I thought I'd better quickly come back and just show you. So you just put your darning needle on, and then you just, all you do is you just sew through all the stitches. Like so. And then you just pull it tight and that finishes it off. Okay, see you soon. Hello and welcome back to, so you've been off doing your little dollies and doing your little I-cords. Right, so this is what was pictured on the front of the box. I was really having trouble doing a name or something, so I've sort of gone a bit mad and designed using the same materials and the stuff out of the box, but I added a little bit of inspiration and a bit of my own twist on it. So I hope you like it. I mean, by all means you could also do what it says on the box, but look what I did. So what I've done is, if you've watched my Pom Pom Wreath video, these if you haven't, I'll put a link underneath this one so that you can watch that one too if you feel inclined. I do love a geometric shape. Not into flowers much, but I do love a geometric shape. So what I've done is I've designed something using the leftovers of my Pom Pom Wreath kit, and I've come up with this. So I'll show you what I did. So I've made all these just like in proper Blue Peter fashion. They're what I made earlier. So this is what I had when I finished doing the knitting part of it, and I've left these ends on here, and all the other ones I've also left a little tail on so that I can sew them together. I thought of using the wire to wire them together, but that would have been it was too messy and you could see wire everywhere, so I didn't do that. Okay, so first of all what I did is I made, this might be too long, but I made a length of about 86 centimeters, 34 inches. I mean, this might be too long. And then I decided to plait it. So I've done most of the plaiting, and I put wire through all of it as well to make it sturdy. So I'll just finish plaiting this together like so. Not really quite sure how big of the circle I need yet, so I'd rather do more than less, because then at least you've got enough to be playing around with. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on, finish plaiting this, and all my ends are getting all tangled. Okay, I've untangled myself. So yeah, just do a little plait here like so. I'm going to do it to the end so that I know how much, then if I don't need some I can cut it off at the end, how big I want my circle. So this has all got wire in it like so. So if I just show you how I put the wire in, excuse me. So this was my little length. I designed my pattern, and then I saw what lengths I had to see what shapes I could make with it. So they're not all exactly the same size, but they roughly are. So I cut myself a piece of wire, a little bit longer than I needed it, and then all you do is you just poke it in the end and then just feed it through, which can be easier said than done. Some of them went in. So another way I found of doing this so that it will go in smoothly is, just get my round nose pliers, is I put a little little curve on the end like that and tucked the little sharp bit out of the way. I don't know if you can see that. So then when you try and poke it through, it doesn't get caught on the inside, she says. And there you go, you can do it nice and smoothly. Put it on. Now, as I said in the beginning, you could put your wire in the middle of your doily and knit round it, but I found that my wire got in the way when I was doing it. So okay, so there we have it. And then this has got to be a diamond shape. So first of all, I just made it into a circle like so. Then when I was happy, I sewed one end to the other. What I tried to do is I tried to match the stitches up, but it doesn't matter if you don't. So I put my needle through there and then come round and then put my needle in this hole here like so, so that it looked like a little stitch. Doesn't always work because this is a circle, and unless I sort of really make sure that I've got this all exactly the same way round. So basically we're just going to sew one end to the other. I left the wire in for now because this has a bit of give in it, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't cut the wire too short. Save that bit for later. And then we're just going to sew these together. And then when you're happy, you can then clip your ends off. Making sure you don't cut the wool, otherwise your whole bit will come to pieces. Round that off in there. There. I'm just going to finish sewing this because there's a little bit of a gap here, like so, and then I'll just take this up the middle of the cord, and then I cut this bit off here. Then I left this bit on so that I could use it to sew with, and then to make it to a diamond I flattened it out like that, and then I just pulled it out like that. And you can just bend your wires back in place again to hide them. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect, just sort of diamond shaped. Yeah, and that's how I made all the pieces. Obviously with these I didn't put them in a round, I just finished the ends off and clipped the wire off. So now I need to determine how big my circle needs to be. So I started in the middle of the design, and I was going to try and put all the bits that I sewed the same way up. So I started with the middle like so, and then that bit goes like that. I mean, the good thing about this is you can still move these around so you get them to how you want them. And then I think I'll put this yellow one up here, and then the red, I put the red one down here. You can see I've tried to, so that these bits are touching here, and then this makes a nice diamond shape here and here, and this will be touching here and here. So I wasn't far off really, only a little bit of touching up and tidying up to do on the end there. And then these other ones, So what I'm going to try and do is keep all the sewy ends on the bottom so that it looks, so they all look the same. And I'll put that one there. So that joined onto there and went up there. And I'll flatten that out a bit. And then this one went like that. There. Oh, I don't like the two orange ones together. I think I'll put that there, and then that one there. That way round. No, that way round. There, now it all looks a bit of a straggly mess at the minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you watch me put it together. I might let it go a little bit faster so that we're not here all year. And then you can see how I'll stop yapping and start putting it together, and then you can see how I've done it, and then we'll meet back at the end. Okie dokie. Okay, so I'll slow you down for a minute. So I've joined I measured my circle and I've joined it all up, as you saw. Now what I thought I might do is I'm going to attach it to the circle at the end and do the bit in the middle first, so that so it's not attached to the ring as I do it. See, smart thinking there. So I'll get rid of all my funny little rubbishy bits. So the good thing about this I-cord, it don't matter where you cut it, as you can see. Doesn't matter where you cut it, you can cut it to the length, as long as you leave it a tiny bit longer, so that you can, all you do is you can just pull it out there you go, then just put a needle through, sew it up, and then you've got your cord again. So that's what I like about this stuff, you can just cut it and to the length that you need, maybe a tiny bit longer to allow for some yarn to be pulled out, and then you can just carry on. So I'm glad I made them a bit too long. I thought I'd made them too long, but it looked like I judged that just right. So I'll just get rid of all my farty little bits here. Yeah, so now I'm going to join all these bits together before I join it to the ring. I'll be quiet again, so you can watch me faff this bit up. So you don't really need to buy a kit like this to do this. You could just get one of them little machines, little knitting looms, or a little dolly, and get some scrap bits of wool yourself, some wire, and you could just do that yourself. You don't need to buy one of these little kits. Yeah, so I'm going to be quiet again so you can watch me sew these together, and then we'll attach them to the ring. think these diamonds are a tiny bit bigger than these ones, but that's alright, I've managed to fudge it. Now all I've got to do now is attach. So that's why I decided to put these all together without the ring first. I'll bring the ring back in. Look at that. Perfect. So I'm hoping maybe I might not have to join these two ends here, but we'll see what it looks like. And the lovely thing about wool is that it's got a bit of give in it. So if it doesn't quite fit, you can make it fit. So let's just sew these bits onto here. They don't need a lot of stitching because they're not that heavy and they're not going to be used as such, so they don't need a lot of fixing. It would help if I put it in the camera, wouldn't it, so you could see what I was doing. Okay, so I'll just sew all these on and then we'll have a look. Okay, so to hang it up, I've got another length of this and a bit of wire, and I'm just going to make a loop like that so it can be hung up. And there you have it. I started off with a little kit like this, which is this is what you could have made. But then I turned it into this, which I quite like. It's quite sweet. Could go in a kid's bedroom or a nursery or something like that. Obviously you can spend more time getting it looking neater than me. I'll probably fiddle about with it for ages till I feel happy with it. Okay then, so I hope you enjoyed that one. I think the next ones, I think I'm going to be felting a cat, I think, and I've never ever done felting before, so that'll be interesting. See how I get on with that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my kit turned into something else. And if you could do all that lovely stuff that you've been doing, and subscribe and like and share, and I'd love to see your comments. I read all the comments and I do try and reply back to all of them. If you've got any projects of mine that you have done off my videos, you could post them on my Handmade by Hannah Facebook page. I would love to see them, that would be so cool. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I think these diamonds are a tiny bit bigger than these ones, but that's alright, I've managed to fudge it. Now all I've got to do now is attach. So that's why I decided to put these all together from without the ring first. I'll bring the ring back in. Look at that. Perfect. So I'm hoping maybe I might not have to join these two ends here, but we'll see what it looks like. And the lovely thing about wool is that it's got a bit of give in it. So if it doesn't quite fit, you can make it fit. So let's just sew these bits onto here. They don't need a lot of stitching because they're not that heavy and they're not going to be used as such, so they don't need a lot of fixing. It would help if I put it in the camera, wouldn't it, so you could see what I was doing. Okay, so I'll just sew all these on and then we'll have a look. That's that side. And then we'll do this side. I wasn't sure about sewing these on, but I think I will make it a bit more secure. So you can fiddle about with it, make sure all the wires are hidden inside the wool. Make sure your diamonds look like diamonds or something similar. Something don't look right here. I think I've got it upside down, that's why. That's it. That's better. That's why we could see stuff, because I'd hidden it all at the back. Right. There we go. Okay, so to hang it up, I've got another length of this and a bit of wire. I'm just going to make a loop like that so it can be hung up. And there you have it. I started off with a little kit like this, which is this is what you could have made. But then I turned it into this, which I quite like. It's quite sweet. Could go in a kid's bedroom or a nursery or something like that. Obviously you can spend more time getting it looking neater than me. I'll probably fiddle about with it for ages till I feel happy with it. Okay then, so I hope you enjoyed that one. I think the next ones, I think I'm going to be felting a cat, I think, and I've never ever done felting before, so that'll be interesting. See how I get on with that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my kit turned into something else. And if you could do all that lovely stuff that you've been doing, and subscribe and like and share, and I'd love to see your comments. I read all the comments and I do try and reply back to all of them. If you've got any projects of mine that you have done off my videos, you could post them on my Handmade by Hannah Facebook page. I would love to see them, that would be so cool. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.